First of all, the customer dashboard, you see here that I have room for the video that I'm creating right now. And then I have build your website and edit your account. So I'm going to talk about edit your account. First of all, the way the portal works is that you typically do not need to hit save to change this information. So I'm going to just change this to my name. And now that is, I don't have to hit save. That's saved into the database directly. And I don't need to do anything to update that. The only time that you will need to, click a button to save some information is here with change your password or change your email, because we want to make sure that you've completed your information before we document it. So those two buttons right there will help you change your information. When you want to go back to the dashboard, you just click up here at customer dashboard and that will take you back. This dashboard is dynamic. It will change depending on what step of the process that you are in. So once you click build your website, you're going to come into the company info page. You're also going to notice that there are some additional pages up here. So when you click on a place to enter information, the box, then a drop down will happen and you'll be able to read helpful tips about the information that we're trying to collect. In this case, it's just telling you that your business name does not need to be the legal entity, but is often a marketing name or sometimes called DBA, doing business as. So if we don't have any information to tell you, then there won't be a drop down. We will ask you questions. Do you have a domain purchased? Yes. We'll bring up a box that says, enter your domain registrar information. We will need your username and password to launch your website. You have to have this information. Here, if I click here, if you don't know where your domain was registered, go to the link above, type in your URL without www, find registrar URL and provide above. So what we're looking for is your domain registrar, where you registered your domain. Let's say that you don't have a domain, so you click no. A new drop down will occur. Do you have a Google or Gmail account? Yes. Okay, great. Then you need to create the domain. You can see a video here. Click here once you've created your domain, or maybe you don't have a Google account. The first step is to create one. So you'll start there and then you'll click this button when you've created your email, and then you'll move on to creating the domain, and there's another video for that. So anytime you see the owl icon, the Sitewise digital icon, that should lead you to understand that there's some kind of helpful video. It could be a video, it could be a quiz, it could be some other type of information to help you along the way, some kind of tutorial to help you do what you need to do. Once you've completed all of the information on a page and it's all correct, you want to click I verify this information is correct. You're going to see a tip come up that says that if the information on this page is not correct, it can have lasting damage to your search engine listings. Paying attention to these tips is crucial to make sure that you do not have negative impact on any kind of search engine listings that you may already have or that you want to have in the future. So we're just trying to help you out. Once you click this button and you move on to the next step, that tab will turn blue to let you know that you've completed it. On the brand info page, this works the same way. You'll see that there are several tools and tips and some questions here. Under pages, this is where you're going to make your navigation bar so you can see the home page is required and counts towards your pages. I'm going to click About Us, and maybe I'm going to change what that says. Maybe I just wanted to say About. Maybe I wanted to say something else. Maybe it's not an About Us page. Then I have options under services. So I'm going to check these 3 pages. Change the name. You'll see as I'm doing that, as I'm changing the name, that the pages will populate. If you do not put something in this box, you will not see the page. So you have to fill out the name of the page before you will see it up top. So make sure that you do that. And then maybe I want to have a reviews page. So see how I clicked reviews, but the page did not create? That's because I'm going to call it portfolio. Just to show you that I can name this whatever I want, or I can remove it. So as of right now, I have a home page about web design, search engine optimization, social media, and those are the pages of my website. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to verify the information is correct. I'm going to move on to the home page. So I've already entered some information here, like my colors, my brand info, and things like that. So you'll see that my brand colors are already on the page. Your brand colors will be here because you'll have already filled out that information. So it will look different, but it will operate the same. So I can click this button and I can see a full preview of what my website looks like so far. Now, I didn't enter my logo in here, but if I had entered my logo and brand information, my logo would also show here. Do not use this navigation bar. It is just there as an example of what that will look like. This is what your navigation will look like when the website is completed. So now, because I've seen the full preview and I understand what that looks like, I'm going to go to first draft content. This tab is used for you to create just the ideas, to gather your ideas about your content. The first draft, your headline is you're going to click on it and you're going to find out how to create your headline. And then your call to action, and you're going to read about what does the call to action mean. And then your philosophy, and you're going to move through this first draft of content. Now, if you do not want to gather your ideas and you are creating your own content, as long as Sitewise Digital is not creating your content, then you feel free to start entering your content into final draft mode, because final draft mode will allow you to see in the preview the content that you're creating. So I can change this. And I can see that it's changing in the preview mode. And then, of course, I can hit full preview and I can see what that's going to look like. If Sitewise Digital is creating your content, you will definitely want to enter your information in first draft and make sure that you're in the first draft line. And then when you get all of the first draft content completed for all of your pages, then you'll hit submit initial content for the copywriter, and Sitewise Digital will get a list of all of the information that you've gathered for yourself, and we will create your content and write it in the final content section. And then the next time you come into your website, you'll be able to have a full preview of what your website is going to look like. So that's the home page. The rest of the pages are very similar. They work the same way. So I'm going to go to finalize. So you can see here that because we just went through the first draft content and we checked off the home page, that it shows which pages I've completed and which pages I have not completed. And that's important because when you click this button, when you're done with your first draft, you want to make sure that all of your pages have been completed, because if you leave one off, you will not get content for that page. And then you'll be short a page, and that will not help. That will not be good for you. So make sure that all of these check marks are completed. Now, if you're writing your own content, the same thing goes for you in the final content submitted. If you leave off a page that isn't complete and you haven't marked it as complete and you click launch your website, that page will be missing and it won't be on your website, and you'll have to go back and you'll have to make edits and you'll have to change that and redo things. So we created this page just so you can make sure to understand where you are and that you're finalizing your information. And using the client portal is as easy as that. If you have any problems while you are going through the program, please email us at help@sitewise.digital.com.